Hello, how is everyone? I hope we're all happy and as pain-free as possible. As you can tell, there is a different decor. That is because we are in glorious sunny Warrington at my mum's house. Say hi, Mum.
Hi.
That's my mum. She doesn't want to be on camera though. Yeah, we're here visiting. Yeah, we'll get a secret in a bit. No, you won't. She said no, we won't.
Don't.
Anyway, we're at my mum's house at the minute. So we just wanted to do a little bit of a story time as to what's happened today. You can see I'm all strapped up and in hello worlds of pain. So woke up this morning feeling like poo. Took my medication, woke up about 9 o'clock, took my medication, put my straps on, went back to bed about half an hour later because I felt, what?
Sounded different.
What? What's that?
Put my straps on.
Not my strap on. My straps on. God, Mum! You mind out the gutter.
It just sounded wrong.
Oh,
I was laughing
God.
to myself.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
That in.
I put my straps on. I put my mobility aids on my joints. Nothing sounds better. Aids, straps, it's just all bad. There's no way of saying it nicely.
Bandage.
Yeah, but they're not bandages.
Sticky bandage.
That sounds even worse.
Moist towel.
Come here while I put your sticky bandages, moist towelettes and strap-ons on.
Amazing.
It's just...
Joint lube.
Oh my god. And cut. Was at home this morning. Felt like rubbish. Took my medication. Put all these on. Went and sat down in the living room, and within like half an hour I was like, what? And Marie was like, go and get in bed. So I was like, So I went back to bed and I woke up at...
Sorry.
This is the woman who was like, don't get me on film, don't get me on camera, don't... Went
To bed.
to bed. Mine's gone back up my medication like 20 minutes ago, so my mind's gone a bit. Yeah, went to bed, woke up about 1:30, worse than when I went to sleep. And since then, the day has got so much worse. We need to bring, our friend Katie was staying with us for the weekend, so we needed to bring Katie back to Warrington, so we brought her back, and my mum had left her caravan remote. My mum does caravanning. My mum had left her caravan remote in Toby's nappy bag last weekend.
Yeah.
So we had to bring that back to her. So I was like, well, we'll nip and see my mum. And then I was like, well, we might as well stay over. I was like, I don't really fancy an hour-and-a-half car ride there, and with my joints hurting, and then getting out, I was like, and then coming all the way back. I was like, so why don't we stay at my mum's like tonight and then come back tomorrow? Got to my mum's house. My hip has been really sore all day. Been on my crutch most of the day. My knee has been quite sore on my left knee. And she's laughing. She sat on the other sofa and she's still laughing. She's still laughing at strap-on. Right. And why is crutch funny?
It sounds like crotch. And it's long and hard.
I started to hurt more in my wrists and arms. So I've had my shoulder dislocated yesterday, and then it started to hurt more as the evening went on. I said to Murray, I could do with taking, because I had a jumper on earlier, I could do with taking my jumper off and putting my Jimmy Jams on and like putting some Fembid gel on and trying to like soothe the area a bit. And you know when you take your jumper off and you like grab hold of your sleeve and you pull your arm inside? So as I did that, I dislocated my left elbow, which was nice and fun. I will insert a picture somewhere here.
Somewhere in this region.
Somewhere in this region of what my elbow looked like because it had a nice big lumpy bit on the side of it, which shouldn't have been there.
It was good.
It was good. It was terrifying. And then it took me like 20 minutes and some massaging, and then I like clicked it back into place. It's been really sore since, so I put some of my hyperfixed tape on to try and support the joint a bit. My wrists have been really sore since. It's basically been a pretty weird day of lots of pain. I'm pretty sure it's a flare. So I've been on extra medication. Obviously, with the extra medication, I do worry because with me being now 17 weeks pregnant, it's like I don't want to have to take the extra medication and put the baby in jeopardy, but then me going through this much pain and this much stress is going to stress the baby out anyway. So although I don't want a baby that may be born with some kind of opioid problem, it's either that or I possibly lose the baby through stress, which obviously now I know I'm at this point is a lot less likely, but I would rather not cause any stress where I don't have to. And obviously I am very closely monitored by my doctors and midwife. This is not something that I do. I also have an obstetric doctor, or an OBGYN as they're called in some places, but this is not something I would advise that you do, you know, just take these kind of medications, these kind of opioids if you are pregnant without consent of, you know, multiple medical professionals. But I've got the say-so of my GP, my rheumatologist, my obstetric doctor, my midwife, and numerous other nurses and stuff as well, and my normal midwife at my GP surgery. And they monitor it very closely, and I can ring them and talk to them at any time of day. In England, obviously, with us having the NHS, we have free 24-hour open service, which is amazing, and I can't thank the NHS enough for that. Like I say in a lot of my videos, I honestly don't know where I'd be without the NHS. Probably in a lot more pain than I get to be in most days. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on today. So obviously I've posted a few videos recently of me going out and doing some things and living my life quite normally, but that's not normal for me. What people see when I do things like that is they think that, you know, I'm having a really good time, when reality of it, and I've said this again before as well, when reality of it be that although you may see me on one day having a really nice time going out doing Mother's Day things, or going out to the park with Toby, or going out to, you know, a National Trust hall, or doing something that I enjoy personally doing, the reality of it for me is that the days when I'm not doing those things, I am at home clicking, cracking, joints dislocating, in pain, headaches, migraines, in bed, being sick. I mean, luckily, let me see, but a lot of the rashing has gone down now from around my eyes. But I did put a picture on Twitter. I spent, not yesterday, before, I spent a good portion of the morning just vomiting, not because of the pregnancy, but because of the medication I've been taking. My body just rejects it sometimes, and you know, the stress of the pain really does get to me. And I think when you're in a lot of pain, it can go hand in hand with anxiety and stress, which can cause sickness and stuff as well, and it can just become one vicious cycle, because then you're sick, which makes you hurt more, and then when you hurt, it makes you more anxious, so you're sick more. And I think there can be, you know, I've said this before as well, mind over matter is really important when it comes to chronic illness, and you have to try and, the reason I do certain things that do cheer me up and make me happy is because I like to have a reason to be happy, a reason to smile, and a reason to feel good about myself, because I don't feel good about myself most days. I feel horrendous about myself most days. I feel like an absolute useless waste of space. But when you have chronic illness, you would be bizarre if you didn't think that. You wouldn't be human if you didn't think that. It's normal to feel, you know, I think if you don't work and you're on disability and you are in and out of hospital and all these kind of things, it can really easily become a thing in your head where you get very down on yourself and feel very useless and pointless, and that's so not the truth. The truth is you being alive, and you know, there's that age old thing and stereotypical, you know, oh, I didn't ask to be born, but at the end of the day, you didn't ask to be born, and you certainly didn't ask to be born with a chronic condition. And for people who are, it's hell, it sucks and it's awful, but you know what, people who aren't don't understand that, and they will never understand that. And then you find people like Murray, who I'm really lucky to have found, because he does understand it. And when we first met, I just got ill, and I tried to push him away and didn't want him involved in my life because I didn't want to drag another person down with me. But he was like, no, I like you for you, I like you for your brain. And you've got to remember that just because you're chronically ill and maybe don't work, or, you know, don't feel bad about going out. And I remember when I first got ill, I used to feel really bad on the days I felt well. I felt like I should have been like sat at home doing nothing, because I was being paid by the government, so I should do nothing. But at the end of the day, me getting up one day of the week maybe and not dislocating a joint or not feeling like crap or not wanting to vomit or not feeling like I can't even look after my own children, that's good enough for me. Like, if I can wake up and just feel okay and happy, that's great. Most people don't have to go through a quarter of what people with chronic illness go through a day. And they whinge and moan about really insignificant stuff like, oh, have you seen Julie in the office? She's got right fat recently. Who gives a shit? Who gives a doodle? Who cares what Julie is doing? You focus on you. Yeah, it's really important to keep yourself going. Keep yourself motivated. Do things that make you happy. And, you know, don't feel like you owe anyone anything. You being chronically ill and just surviving every day is enough. You are doing a miraculous job. You are doing what most people couldn't even think of doing on a daily basis. You are getting up. You might not even be getting dressed, but just getting up is a big enough thing. You know, waking up every day and not feeling worthless, that's enough in itself. Some days I wake up and just sit in bed for a couple of hours because I don't want to move to begin with because I'm in so much pain. And it's took me years to get to a point where I don't cry or feel useless. And I still, alright, yeah, I still cry. I still have bad days. I still have days where I hate my condition. I hate the way I am. But then you have to have some perspective on it. And I think chronic illness gives you a great view of perspective, you know, and a great ability to see hindsight for what it really is. You know, you feel like you appreciate the good days so much more because you wake up and think, does anything hurt? No. Am I okay? And you move. And there's that first 10 minutes where you wake up in the morning and it's either, no, I can't move, or, yeah. It's like after you've had an accident or a car crash or you've fallen and you slowly move to make sure nothing's broken. That's what it's like. And when you realise you're okay, there's that moment of euphoria of, you want to do everything. You're like, I want to go and climb a mountain and run a marathon and, you know, but then you have to, you know, over time.
You don't do those things.
Yeah, I would also recommend that. I was going to say, you know, over time you learn that when you first become poorly, you generally will try and do ridiculous things on the days you feel well because you'll think you're better again. And your brain has this really nice way of tricking you into thinking that you're well again and you're not. And although you'll want to go and run a marathon or climb a mountain, over time, reality of it in your mind will be, okay, I'm having a good day, keep it calm. What needs to be done first? Is there any companies or bills I need to pay? Anybody I need to ring that I haven't been able to ring up to now? Is there anywhere I need to go? Do I need to go food shopping? Do I need to have a shower today? That's probably really high on the list because most people with chronic illness, if they had a couple of days of not being able to have a shower, you probably need a shower. And having a shower is a really nice feeling. It can ease your joints. It can make you smell nice and, you know, make you feel better. Do you need to do any self-care? Do you need to look after yourself a little bit? Maybe do a little bit of gentle exercise if you can. You know, should you maybe prep some meals for the week for when you know you're not going to be well again? When you've looked at it and you think, okay, boring adult stuff out the way, now I can have some fun. Days like today where I have dislocated 2 joints, you know, I've gone from dislocating no joints at all to in a space of 4 months, I am now dislocating up to 2 joints in a day. And then I have to look around and think I have an incredible mother who loves me to pieces, a wonderful partner who would do she did a thumbs up, a wonderful partner who would do anything for me, a child who, oh my God, I could just eat him up, I adore him to pieces. My illness will probably get worse again and I'm pregnant again and we are absolutely over the moon. And you learn to cope, you will find a way to cope and a way to deal. I've had a day of a lot of pain. I've been on a lot of medication today, probably like double the amount I would normally take because the pain levels have been so high. It's keeping those positive thoughts in mind, and I think when you get chronically ill, to want to sit and really feel sorry for yourself, and there is nothing wrong with that. However, you have to remember that the longer you sit for, the longer you stay mad at yourself for something that isn't your fault, the only person's life you are making worse is yours, nobody else's. I'm going to end it there now because I've definitely been waffling for too long. But remember, stay strong, stay happy, and as pain-free as possible. And mwah, 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 mwah.
No, wait, I meant
I'll
to
see
do
you.
it.
Oh yeah, you're meant to do it as well. Mwah, mwah. Mum, join in. Be happy, healthy, and pain-free, and I'll see you soon. Bye.